lot of the focus, of course, is on what OPEC Plus will do. Are you assuming that the cuts will continue well into the end of the year?
Good morning. Thank you. What we changed in this month's report, following the decision by the OPEC Plus to extend the cuts through the second quarter, and then the announcement that they would only gradually unwind them once the market conditions warrant, we decided to hold them in place until the group announces or confirms that they will indeed unwind the cut. But based on our own balances, we do show some room for the group to increase production later in the year.
But Toril, did you consult with OPEC Plus? I know it's a little bit unusual. How confident are you that this is kind of the right base case?
Well, so what we do until the OPEC group alliance, as they say, they will meet again in June, and they would then decide, look at the market conditions, see how demand is going, see how non-OPEC supply is going, and what room there is for them to increase their productions. So we are not saying what we think they will do. We're not saying what we think they should do. We're just putting inside until there is confirmation that they will unwind the cuts. We're just holding them in place in our market, in our base case, to see what that looks like for the market.
No. So if OPEC Plus doesn't extend into the second half, does your outlook then tip into surplus? And what does the rest of the year look like then for oil demand and consumption?
So the way we're looking at it now, in the third quarter, we have a deficit of about 700,000 barrels a day. So depending on when the allowance does unwind the cuts, by how much, at the pace of it, of course, then we will see we could have a surplus in the second half of the year, but it depends really on the extent, also on oil demand growth and non-OPEC supply. So we will wait and see. Once the market direction becomes clearer, OPEC will look at the market themselves and set the course for production policy for the end of the year.